general mispronunciation. I am picking the sound people make on the street in their daily conversation. There is this word here. It's spelled like that. Many people say chassis. There is no chassis at all. By the way, this is the Cambridge. I can as well take Oxford. It will be the same thing. So don't worry about the sound. I mean, the Cambridge or what. They say the same thing. So this is the word from the UK.
Chassis.
That's chassis is one. And Americans?
Chassis.
Again?
Chassis.
Chassis would be for Americans according to the Cambridge University. Let's go to the Oxford then and get the same information. You can see we are now with the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. Listen.
Chassis.
Have you heard that?
Chassis.
And the Americans?
Chassis.
So there is no chassis the way the Cambridge has done as far as the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary is concerned. It's just chassis. And the plural of chassis is the same spelling, except that that same spelling would now sound Z. Listen, this is the plural. Same spelling is the plural. Listen, chassis.
Chassis.
You hear the Z at the end?
Chassis.
The same with the American from the Oxford University.
Chassis.
You hear that?
Chassis.
That's correct. So, these are the items many people would like to mispronounce. And it's a pity because after spending so much money, so many years sitting at on a desk at school, and still we are unable to, get rid of these frequent mispronunciation, it's really sad, a sad picture, and eyesore to many. Now, look at the other word. Do we bury or do we bury people? Of course, there is nothing like bury. It should be bury. Get this
Bury.
one. Have you heard that?
Bury.
And these are the phonetic representation, the phonetic alphabet we talked about. Although some of them may be the same as the Roman alphabet, Roman letters of the Roman alphabet that we use. But these are not letters, but they are symbols for sound. And Americans?
Bury.
Bury. So there is nothing like burial or it's all burial. Even when it becomes a noun, it's a burial ground, not burial ground. So here we go.
Burial.
Have you heard that?
Burial.
And the Americans?
Burial.
Again?
Burial.
Yes. And when I am no more, you find me as a corpse. You call me, or they will refer to me as, not the deceased. No, but deceased, T at the end. Get this one.
Deceased.
And there is a phonetic reason for that D sounding T.
Deceased.
Have you heard that?
Deceased.
That's correct. If I get a piece of paper and cut it into so many pieces as a verb, that would mean to tear.
Tear.
That's to tear, not to tear.
Tear.
That's American?
Tear.
That's correct. But as a noun, we can have tears from the eye. But when you are doing the action as a verb, it's tear indeed. So, look at the other things that we may do. We come to this one, a good-looking man. Some would like to say handsome. No, it's not a handsome, it's a handsome. D is silent.
Handsome.
Handsome. Anyway, we shall come to that one. It was not supposed to be here. My apology. It is for the silent letters. Get this sound. Many people would like to mispronounce as smooth.
Smooth.
It's not smooth, it's smooth. The. Listen again.
Smooth.
Even the Americans will say the same.
Smooth.
That's correct. So, dear friends, we can go on and on with common mispronunciation. We all know what it means to be clean. But when it becomes a noun, we add two suffixes, ness and li. It is no longer clean, it is now cleanliness. Phonetics will tell us.
Cleanliness.
Can you hear that?
Cleanliness.
And in the States,
cleanliness,
the same, cleanliness. So there is no cleanliness. It changes the sound because of the two suffixes we have added at the end of clean. So this is about the common mispronunciation. You see, we have to be careful how we pronounce English words after spending so much money and so much time at school. We need really to get the equivalent in quality education. All dictionaries contain phonetic symbols. We should be able to open a dictionary and read the phonetic symbols. All learners must be able to do that. Especially people at tertiary education where they are churning out, allow me to term, half-baked graduates. We want this tertiary education to be churning out fully fledged graduates who are very familiar, conversant with the phonetic symbols. You see, that was our part 2, dear friends. Now we come to silent letters. This is now part 3. We come to silent letters. I wish to tell you, dear viewers, that each of the 26 letters of the Roman alphabet has got a silent form. You write it, but you don't, from A to Z, you write it, you don't pronounce it, including Z itself. When you say rendezvous, Z is not pronounced. Even A, when you say, is it extraordinary or extraordinary? Of course it's the latter. And here we go with the spelling is written extraordinary in British English, but extraordinary in American. But the dictionary sound, in the dictionary sound, the A will not be there. It will be extraordinary. Here we go. British first. Charity begins at home.
Cleanliness.
Oh my God. Sorry for that. Oversight.
extraordinary,
Can you get that?
extraordinary,
American.
Extraordinary.
Have you got that?
Extraordinary.
So there is no extraordinary. It's just our own wrong sounds we create. I don't know for what reason, really. I don't know for what reason. Look at the other one. When you are teaching geography, it's not geography, no, it's geography. Not geography, geography. Look at this word, which is part of to GMT. So it's not Greenwich. No, it's not Greenwich. It's Greenwich. Greenwich. So here, this one.
Greenwich,
Have you heard that?
Greenwich,
The phonetic representation are here. Greenwich Mean Time. Greenwich Mean Time, like that. Even the American will say the same.
Greenwich,
So the W is definitely not pronounced, and the double E remains E in sound here. It's not green, it's Greenwich. You see, that's what we have there. I have told you, I have said that each of the 26 letters of the Roman alphabet has got its silent form. You write it, you don't pronounce it. Get this one, for example. This is called leisure, not lay. No, leisure, leisure. And so here we go.
leisure,
Leisure.
leisure,
In America,
Leisure.
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 All the same, it's a long E sound here, but it is silent in the British English where
Leisure.
it's leisure only. Can we get something about Cambridge while we are there on leisure? Let's see what Cambridge would do, would tell us. Now, here we go.
leisure,
Leisure, and then US,
leisure,
leisure. For US is leisure. Okay, fine. So the two agree. In America it should be leisure, but in British, in the RP, received pronunciation, I is not to be pronounced. You see? And then we have got this one, the last one for this part. It's a draw, not a drawer. It's a draw. Can we get the sound?
drawer,
Again,
drawer,
drawer. And then the Americans,
drawer,
even if you look at the phonetic representation, there's no W there. And even if we get the Oxford University, it's the same situation. It's the same situation. You see?
draw,
You hear that?
draw,
And then the Americans.
drawer,
One of the features of educated American speech is that is to pronounce all the R's that appear in a word. Where the British will say army, the Americans say army. R must be pronounced if an American is educated. That's the educated speech in America. And so, as you can see, we have so many of them. We have comb. You see, when we go up a tree, what are we doing? Are we climbing or climbing? Of course it's climbing. And how do we know that? Here we go.
climb,
We are told by these great authorities. Oxford
Climb.
Advanced Learners Dictionary. America,
climb,
you hear B silent. Even the bomb is a bomb. You see, so many silent letters. Ah, there is this one, which is easily misused by many people. They say basically or basically. First of all, the sound is wrong. It's not basic, it's basic. Then it's not kali, it's kli. So this one would give us basically, basically, basically. Hear the sound.
basically,
That's it. There's no basically. All the C-A-L-L-Y should give us clear sound in both variants of the English received pronunciation in the UK and standard general American in America, standard English in America. So let's get even from Cambridge, from Oxford now. Let's get from the Oxford the same sound for basically. Oh, this was Oxford, eh? Okay, let's go to the Cambridge. It's okay. Fine. Let's get another one. A young cow about to start her own or its own family would be called heifer. Like that.
heifer,
That's correct.
heifer,
I is silent.
heifer,
Yeah, as you said, have you seen here, the British put the R as optional sound, especially if the following word starts with a vowel. But in America, it's compulsory. A letter which is found inside round bracket means optional. You can pronounce it, but mostly in the UK, it should be pronounced if the following word in that sentence starts next to this one, starts with a vowel. Otherwise, it should be silent. These are some of the common mispronunciation I wanted to point out to you, dear friends, dear viewers.